In our meeting today, I'm going to review with you some of your district administrator access that's in the platform. I've got quite a few reminders for you to give to your teachers today. We'll go over our next steps as well as support. As we're going through today's PowerPoint, if you will type any questions that come to mind in the chat, Micah will be monitoring the chat. She may answer your question for you, or at the end of the presentation, she will read them out to me and I will answer your questions. We are going to get started with your district administrator access. You all have district administrator access in the platform. Here is a link to your manual. If you would like to access that manual, this PowerPoint will be on the team website later this afternoon. The first thing I want us to look at is your reporting tab. So if you log into the platform and you click on your district administrator access, then click on the word reports. The report we're going to look at today is your district portfolio teacher report. So when you click on that report, you will get a dashboard. Here on the dashboard, you can check the status, the current status of your teachers, whether they have started, if they're in progress, if they haven't started yet, or if they're complete already. You can check that on the dashboard. You can also download the CSV. If you click download the CSV, you will have to wait a few minutes and then this green box will pop up where you can download the file here. When you click here, it will go to your downloads and then you can open the Excel file of this report on your computer. We've found that many portfolio leads like to use the Excel file. This is an opportunity where you can filter if you wanted to sort by, if you have a lot of schools, if you wanted to sort by schools to check the portfolio status, if you wanted to check by the model, if you have more than one model that you're monitoring, you can sort by the model. So this is where you get the Excel file. You can also click on this button that says View Teacher Submissions. Right now, we have a lot of teachers uploading and completing their portfolios, and they are reaching out. It's a new platform. They just want to make sure everything is in, everything looks good. So when teachers reach out to you and they have a question about an upload, you can click on View Teacher Submissions right here, and you can use this dashboard to check. You can check things like what date did they create this collection? What date did they update the collection? You click on this button that says View, and that's where you can go in and view the submission. When you click View Submissions, at first you're going to get a list of all of your teachers. If you want to look for a specific teacher, then you just click here on the filter box and type in that teacher's name, and you can get all of the submissions by teacher that way. Once you click the view box, you will get a picture like this one, and you can see the submission by the teacher. You want to look at several things when they ask you, or if you just want to spot check, things you want to look for is the standard first. So here I can see that this standard is the pre-K foundational literacy writing standard. And so I want to look at the rubric and see what was the required evidence that teachers must upload for this standard. And then I will look to see this is what the teacher chose. So this particular teacher chose the writing product and the answer key. And I can see here in parentheses that standard WC4 does require a writing product and an answer key. If the teacher had chosen the other foundational literacy standard, that one requires a video. So then we should see a video. So those are the kind of things you should see. But this particular standard does not require a video, so we should not see a video in the attached files. You can look down here to see what they uploaded. And here I can see the image, which would be the most likely the answer key, and I can see the student work. When I click on those, they should just pop right up on my screen as a portfolio lead, and I can check the work. On the teacher's side, they have the link on their score page, and when they click it, it should just pop up. So these are the things that you are looking for. Is it viewable? Can you see it? And did the teacher include the required evidence? Now, if you did not see student writing product selected, because these are the types that the teacher picked, you want to make sure that what they picked is aligned to the rubric. Every rubric has required methods of evidence in the rubric for each standard, so you can double check that as well. When a recording is required, so you can see here, this is a reading sample. So for pre-K and kindergarten, for the reading collections, a video is required. A teacher answer key is also required. When I look at this teacher's attached files, I do not see a video. This particular teacher just happened to have not uploaded her video yet. But that would be something as her portfolio lead that you would want to ask if you were checking, if you were spot checking. If she asked you to check this to watch her video, then you would see there is not a video on this page. So one of two things, either talk to the teacher and ask them, have you uploaded your video? Or if they did upload the video and you don't see it here, that means the peer reviewer won't see it either. Peer reviewers see this page like you do. So you would tell the teacher on her end to remove the video she put in because it is not showing up on submissions, and just reload it. And then when she reloads it, you'll be able to see it here. Also keep in mind, if it's a .mov file, the teacher will not be able to see it immediately. So let's talk a little bit about the .mov files. .mov files are converted in the background of the platform. The .mov file is not viewable immediately because it does go through a converter process. We've had several teachers that have not, either haven't read the video guidance that we sent out, or just they're nervous. They upload a .mov file and they get the preview message that says it's not available yet. That's normal. It's not available immediately. It does take at least 24 hours. And in some cases, we've noticed this week it's taken almost 48 hours because of the massive amount of uploads going in the converter. But on your end, if you want to know if it's being converted or not, you would look here and you will notice here this .mov has the extension MP4 behind it. You can see this. The teacher's end, it still is the link that she uploaded it. It's still going to say .mov. But you can tell, the teacher can tell if she clicks on it and it pops up on the screen and doesn't go to downloads. If I am checking for a teacher, if her file has been converted and I see that it still says .mov and it doesn't have the extension, then I know this video is still in the converter and has not been converted yet. If a teacher has uploaded a .mov file and it's been over a week, then we want you to encourage them to take it down and load it again, because for some reason it didn't go through the process. Most likely, if it's been just a few days, it's still being converted. So I would not encourage teachers to remove anything unless it's been I would say at least a week, because again, like I said, we have thousands of submissions going in every night. And so the 24 hours has turned into 48 hours, and it may turn into 72 hours, depending on how many are uploaded during a certain day. We have found that teachers who uploaded before the first semester, that those did not convert. we have someone at the department who has been monitoring the converter constantly. But prior to December, it was very rare, and we weren't anticipating teachers to start uploading student work before they collected Point B samples, because our guidance in the portfolio guidebook is to assess Point A and then assess Point B and then conduct purposeful sampling to select your students. So if someone did go ahead and started uploading before December, I would encourage them to check. And remember, on your dashboard, you can see the date that teachers started their collections. The docx file was also something that we discussed in the teacher video guidance document that I gave to you a few months ago. This is an allowable format, and our IT team has been working on it. We found that there are some cases where teachers have uploaded docx files and they go straight to downloads. To ensure that a peer reviewer can view these, we don't want them to go to downloads. We want them to pop right up. So if you see that a teacher has uploaded a docx file for their answer key or for their student work product, if they click on it on their end and it pops up and it's viewable, it's fine. And like I said, the IT team has been working to on this ticket, so we're hoping that that's going to be the case. But if it is still going to downloads, we encourage you to have them remove the docx file, save it as a PDF, and then put it right back. And then it will be viewable with no problems. I just have a few reminders as we are wrapping up portfolios and we're seeing more and more complete every day, that once a teacher has picked their standard, and this is a feature in the platform that we included intentionally so that that student work will stay aligned to the standard that they picked. If they start uploading student work and they decide they want to change that standard, or in some cases we hear from teachers who say, oh, I picked the wrong standard, we can fix that for them. You can fix that for them if there's no student work in the collection. And again, that's a safety feature because we don't want anyone changing a teacher's standard if they've started uploading work unless the teacher is the one who requests that that happens. So if they reach out to you and say, I picked the wrong standard and they don't have work, you can go in and manage the collection and correct the standard. And if you need reminder on how to do that, it's in your manual as well as in our maybe February and March office hour. If they did upload student work and they realize it needs to be changed, you can simply email portfolio.questions and we will have that changed very quickly. Another reminder is that once they upload student work, so you will see here, the teacher has uploaded student work, but they wanted to, they've already scored it. They want to remove it and upload something else. If you want to remove student work that has already been scored, you can remove it. This is not an error message. This is a reminder, because when you take down student work that you've already scored, the score does not come down. So we just want to remind them that this work you're taking down has been scored. If you're putting the exact same work back up, maybe you want to change the format, maybe you just want to, whatever reason they want to reload the video, or maybe they want to upload a different video, this is a reminder, go back and click save and score to check that those are the self scores that you wanted to be for this piece of work. If they try to remove this piece of work and they want to move on and not upload something else, the safety feature is in place that it will still be there, because we don't want the tragedy of teachers who accidentally forget to put back student work that they've scored, and then their portfolio will be incomplete. So we've put that safeguard in. If you remove student work that's been scored, you have to put something in its place, or the student work you're removing is not going to be removed. Another reminder, I'm getting tons of questions that teachers, again, we put this in the guidebook, but we know that sometimes teachers are not reading the guidebooks, or maybe they're just overlooking the fact that pre-K through second grade does not use context narratives in this platform. Teachers that have been doing portfolios for a long time, they are used to using a context narrative in the old platform, so they're still asking. So if you will remind your teachers, there's no reason for a context narrative. Peer reviewers do not read context narratives. The platform has a place in the reading collection for pre-K through second grade to put the title of the text, to put the author of the text. The required method of evidence for every reading collection is an answer key. I'm also getting questions on what is the answer key. That information is found on the portfolio teacher guidance page in their guidance handbooks, in the FAQs. It will also share with them. The answer key is simply what questions did the teacher ask and what answers should the student have given, so that when the peer reviewer opens this up to score it, they don't have to go find this book and read this book to know, are those details from this informational text that were in the text? Are these the characters and so forth? They'll know the answers because the answer key is there. So also notice here that for levels 0 through 5, a video recording for this particular standard is required. A student writing product is required for level 6 and 7. Again, I cannot reiterate enough to make sure your teachers are looking at their rubric guidebooks and they are aware what is required must be uploaded as evidence. A few more reminders. The platform will not take submissions after 5 o'clock on May the 5th. I encourage you to encourage them strongly to do not wait until May the 5th. I'm sure they want to check their work, and so I would encourage them to be complete well before May the 5th so that they will know everything is viewable, everything's converted. If they upload on May the 5th and they're uploading videos, they may not can preview that, and most likely they will not be able to on the day that they submit, but they can submit up until 5 o'clock on May the 5th. You will see complete on the dashboard. The teachers will see complete, a complete portfolio if all 4 collections have all the required uploads and have been self-scored for point A and point B. A complete portfolio is 4 complete collections. If a teacher is not complete by May 5th, at 5 o'clock, they will receive an incomplete for their portfolio score. And an incomplete in the individual gross score will not generate an LOE for that school year. If any of those 4 collections are not complete, the score is incomplete. And there will be no extensions past 5 o'clock on May the 5th. This is the teacher's view. When they are complete, they will see the 4 collections all say 100% complete. They will also see that green bar that says congratulations. Again, I cannot stress enough that you encourage your teachers to not wait until that Monday, May the 5th. If they are trying to upload the weekend before May 5th, remind them that tech support does not work on the weekends. So they might get an answer from portfolio questions, but it's very likely they might not on a Saturday or a Sunday. So again, encourage them to be completing their portfolios before the deadline. On Sunday, May the 4th, 24 hours before the deadline, every teacher will receive this email from Teachall, and it's just a reminder saying that the deadline is in 24 hours. It will also give them their status. So if a teacher thinks they're complete and they get this email and it says in progress, that would be a red flag for them. So they have 24 hours to check. They want to see this word complete, if they are complete. After the deadline, portfolio teachers will receive this email from Teach All, and it will tell them their final status.
That means they can't be placed in VPK.
Next steps. So your next steps as portfolio leads is to monitor the completion status, remind teachers of the deadline, send any questions you are getting from teachers that you need our support with to portfolio.questions@tn.gov. Please share this PowerPoint with your teachers. I think this PowerPoint would help them as well. And then on May the 7th, by May the 7th, maybe earlier, but by May the 7th, we will send you an email with the completion status of your teachers. And please notify teachers on May 7th if they are incomplete. So they'll be well aware that they will not generate an LOE for this school year. Our support is at portfolio.questions. Please note in May, the date has changed from the original that we set back in August. Our portfolio lead office hour for May is on May 22nd. And on that day, I will show you how to read your score reports when they are released this summer. We have other emails from the Educator Effectiveness team that we support, team questions and RV questions. At the department, we have other email supports, licensure, TASL, the Universal Reading Screener, and an assessment team if you have questions around those. Thank you for attending.